This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
The huge cargo ship apparently could lead to another toilet paper shortage.
No.
Do you think the toilet paper companies just like to plant the seed that there's going to be a toilet paper shortage so that they can sell off all their product, make a bunch of money?
It would work.
Well, yeah.
I'm already contemplating going immediately after work to grab some just in case.
This is honestly going to start another toilet paper shortage. And it's not the cargo ship. It's that people will be panic buying. Ridiculous.
They're saying it could be stuck there for months.
Well, and because it's stuck, other ships can't get through either.
Exactly. It's blocking everything.
So it's a real mess.
Yeah, it's not good. So we wanted to ask you, have you ever been stuck? And it seems to be a very common occurrence with our listeners. Everybody's been stuck once.
I haven't even checked the text line yet. Tell me about it.
Matt said, I was wasted in Jamaica. It was just after lunch. That's funny, first of all. So Matt says, I decided to go for a nap, but I was using the washroom and I was sweating really bad. I slipped off of the toilet and got wedged in between the toilet and the wall. I had to reach my foot up and knock the phone off the hook and yell for front desk security.
And what do they do? Just come in and pull your ankles, I guess?
I mean, I guess.
That's ridiculous.
That's so funny.
I'm on the text line now. This one says, I got stuck in a loveless marriage for 9 years. All right, a little bit dark. We're all right with it, though.
Hey, that still works with our topic, though.
We can roll.
Yeah.
How about you?
Okay, so my stuck story was just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I thought that I'd try on my new bathing suit tops that I've been waiting to get into with my weight loss journey. I had the one on, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is not so bad. So I tried on the other one. But I truly thought that either I was going to die in this thing or I was going to be sleeping in this bathing suit top. Like, I could not for the life of me get it out. And I'm now a mad panic. I'm sweating because I'm stressed right out. And now I'm on video with my friends going, what the hell do I do to get out of this thing?
Yeah. Did you contemplate cutting it off?
Oh, 100%, but I couldn't move my arms. It was bad.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything more panicky than when you're stuck in a shirt, especially like in a change room. At least you're at home.
Yeah, Lisa, you must have had a rough time with all those wet t-shirt contests you used to go in.
Okay, excuse you. I only went in one, and I didn't even get on stage. Okay, so this was at Union Hall, and when I found out how much money the first place winner gets, I was like, yeah, I could do with that. And I'm backstage, and I'm like, I put on the t-shirt, and I'm like, all right, let's do this. And then I look around and all the other girls are like cutting theirs, making them into little bikini tops, slicing them so it only covers their, like a little bit of their chest. And I was like, oh, we're not just wearing these big t-shirts out on stage. And I bailed. I was out.
Yeah.
No chance.
Yours had mustard stains on it from the sausage guy out front at Union Hall. Yeah.
You know it.
Play 107.
We have a segment called the Nostalgia Off on the show here where we both come up with a list of things that will bring you back. And whoever's list resonates with you harder, you vote for them. And usually we'll have a wager on it. So this week the wager was that the loser had to give their Facebook password and the winner got to make whatever status they wanted to on the loser's page.
So 21 hours ago, my Lisa Evans page wrote, does anyone have a remedy suggestion for a raging butt itch? I don't know if I got a bad case of the Hemis or an allergic reaction back there, but it's so bad, I've thought about taking a pine cone to it. Thoughts and prayers, please. Thanks.
And a pretty good response, all in all.
Pretty good response. I just clicked on the insights. The reach was 16,000 people here in Edmonton, and the post engagements 6,535. So I was not able to respond to any of the comments to say I didn't write this.
Right.
And there are people that are legitimately giving me advice in the comment section.
Like Justin, start with wiping properly and finish with washing properly, Lisa.
Yeah. Steffi wrote, stop eating raw cookie dough, girl.
Charlene said B12 deficiency can cause that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of good suggestions there.
Great
if you
suggestions.
do
Thank
have
you.
itchy butt.
I do not personally have that. A lot of comments said too much information. Go to your doctor. Don't be posting this on Facebook. So I can't wait for the 24-hour mark when I can actually respond to people. and say, this was not me. This was my immature co-host Ryder.
It's pretty wild when you look at, like you said, the reach of this thing on Facebook. 16,500. Like, that is max capacity pretty much at an Oilers game.
Don't tell me stuff like that.
So can you imagine getting on the Jumbotron and being like, excuse me,
I just have a quick question.
I have this pine cone.
If you've ever misplaced a toy as a child, you know how it feels. Like you leave it somewhere. This is exactly what happened to a toddler that was on a flight. Where were they going? They were flying from Arkansas all the way to California. The mom realizes the toddler's Buzz Lightyear toy was left on the plane, and it meant so much to the toddler. It even had the toddler's name on the foot, just like in the movie.
Okay.
So his name's Hagen, and the workers at Southwest Airline went next level. Not only did they return it, they took pictures with Buzz in front of different aircrafts, like he went on this journey. They even colored a big box, and they wrote, Buzz came to infinity and beyond, all the way from here to California. So she said when she opened it, she's like, I just started crying. And the guy who actually put all of it together, I mean, they're busy.
Right.
They're flying to and from different places all the time. He's like, I have a child with autism, and I know what it's like to have a kid lose their prized possession. So I just had to go next level. I don't know who this toddler is, but I knew I had to do something.
Tell me something good.
That's cute. The original story like that happened in Calgary, if I'm not mistaken, and it was a hotel, and they took it all around the city touring it. What a great idea.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
My story today is about the benefits of hemp. Now, we've heard of it used in many ways, but I hadn't heard of it used in concrete and insulation, but apparently this new hempcrete, so it's like concrete but with hemp.
Oh, cool.
Is material mixed with a binder that hardens it into a solid, and it forms blocks and panels, and it's showing that it's hugely effective to keep things insulated and uses far less carbon than creating cement. So just another use for hemp.
Tell me something good.
Came across something interesting. It's getting more and more popular to name your kids after something. I'm going to tell you what it is, and then I want you to take some guesses to see if they're on the list.
Okay.
Okay? Now, I know you don't spend a ton of time in the kitchen. Don't like cooking that much.
No. Well, no, you're right.
So this could be interesting, but it's getting more and more popular to name your kids after herbs and spices. So I have like the top 10 most common.
Parm.
No, parm is not on there.
Should be. I love parm.
Do you have any other guesses?
Yeah. Oregano.
Nobody's naming their kid oregano. No, that is not on the list.
Chili flakes.
Nope. But I do know a kid named Chili.
Chili, yeah,
He's a cool kid.
Yeah. It was his birthday recently. Happy belated birthday. Okay. What's another herb or spice?
Okay, do you want me to give you some of these?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Salt.
No.
Pepper.
No, I don't think that didn't make the list either. But good guess on that one, at least. Yeah.
Okay, I'm kind of cheating by looking at the text line.
What are other people guessing here?
Time.
Yes. That
Chelsea,
did make
you're
the
right.
list.
Time is on the list. Thank you. Oh, you saved me.
Time is on your side in this case.
What else is a herb?
Okay, I'm just going to go through them. Sage. That's the number one.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's really pretty.
Juniper is
What do
very
you put
popular.
juniper on?
Food? I don't know juniper as a herb myself. Jasmine, basil, poppy, saffron, curry, clove, cayenne, and mace all made the list for popular names after herbs and spices.
Did you say basil?
Yes, I did, yeah. See, I'm not sold on some of these. Like, I'd have a rough time being like, come here, cayenne.
I can't believe you put me on the spot. You know I don't cook. You thought this was going to be just hilarious. I guessed salt.
No, but I thought you were going to, like, run at some of your favorites, like paprika.
Parm.
And, like, everything bagel seasoning.
I only put parm on everything. That's how I cook. Okay, we're dying in here because as soon as we went off air, Ryder's like, parm isn't a herb or a spice, Lisa. It's cheese.
107.
This study shows that men start to soften up a bit around the edges at 50 to 75, and then they harden up again.
This actually makes sense to me because that's what happened to my dad. I remember my sisters and we were with my parents it was like a Christmas, probably close to 10 years ago, and we were like, wow, Dad's in a great mood. It must have been the retirement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Stop caring about things. You don't have to work as hard.
There's some pressure there that making sure that the mortgage is paid and that you're going to have enough for retirement.
Imagine having 3 daughters.
Yeah. And then when you're like, oh, actually, I made it work.
Or they're actually thriving, all 3 of them.
Right.
I think I can relax a bit. Yeah.
Definitely helps.
Awesome.
Nolan says, my dad is 61 and he is so easygoing and helpful. We'll drop anything to help the kids at any time, day or night. A very kind and wonderful man. But he has been that way since I've known him. He sounds wonderful, Nolan. My dad's definitely chilled out, too. He's just watches Judge Judy and laughs, cracks jokes, and that's not the dad I remember from my childhood.
Well, I remember when we called him on air and told him that Judge Judy was done.
Yeah.
And he cried.
Yeah, he got his edge back a bit there.
No, he got emotional. I'm just kidding.
780-784-7107. Kyle, you didn't have to turn 50 to soften up. When was the moment?
Your daughter was born, and then I became a complete softie. I went from, going to rap shows and drinking 40s to now I cry at Frozen, and oh my God.
Well, and that's the thing, Kyle. I think you would have been crying in Frozen before a daughter, but you wouldn't have watched it. So thanks to your daughter, you've unlocked your emotions finally.
Oh, man, it is terrible.
It was probably just time for you to let it go.
Oh, my God. Fair enough.
Thanks for the call. We appreciate it.
If global warming doesn't alarm you to stop polluting, maybe this will. Apparently, it's also causing male parts to shrink. This is according to environmental and reproductive epidemiologist Dr. Shanna Swan.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently it's also having a real negative effect on people's reading ability as well.
Epidemiologist.
This is how we do it. Play 107.
So there is a video an artist named Rachel Hart released about her dog.
She says there aren't enough songs about dogs, so she wrote this one. It's so beautiful. If you are a dog lover, you'll love it. It's so good.
Okay, but it's about her dog that is passed, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty sad.
We've all been there.
You're convinced that I'm going to cry.
Oh, how could you not?
Okay. Let's give this a go then.
Nose marks on car windows and dents in my pillows. You fur on my dirty clothes. My favorite welcome home, just one word, and you know you're so excited to go. And now life seems pretty dark. Doorbells and no more barks, but I'll keep
so
you
sad.
in my heart.
It's so good.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
The nose marks on the car window. Imagine your dog passes and they're still there.
Yeah.
Why are you crying?
Well, it's about a dog that passed, but my dog hasn't passed. So I'm thinking about my dog, and I'm excited to get home and see him.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be all right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sweet Friday vibes. Good idea on this segment, Lise. Have a little PSA for parents out there. Just something to be aware of. As my daughter got in some trouble at school yesterday, and I can see why. She was concerned and why she got in trouble. Chainmail is a thing again.
It's back, especially with online learning.
Yeah, so some kid sent her an email that was the story about a dead girl who died by being pushed in a well from her friends.
So a made-up story, but then at the end of the email it says, if you don't send this to 20 people,
right,
this could be your fate.
Sadly, for a grade 4 student, you don't have 20 contacts. So she didn't know what to do, but she wanted 20 sets of eyes to see it. So she was doing at-home learning, and there's a group chat that goes on with all the students.
Oh no.
My daughter posted the story in there just to be safe, but then obviously frightened the hell out of all the other kids in her class. So,
Well, I'm sure she was just as frightened. If it's your first experience with chainmail and you don't understand what it is.
like my mom still sends me some of those ones on email that are like, if you don't forward this.
I know.
So I could see why, again, a 9-year-old would buy into it.
Poor thing.
But
That's so sad.
yeah, she was pretty terrified, and now the whole class is. But I guess it's just a good opportunity for some learning.
Yeah.
That you don't have to believe those things, and don't share them in class, and talk to an adult if you get something like that and you're scared.
Yeah. So just a heads up, have that chat with your kids, even if they haven't gotten that.
If you'd like me to send you the story, I can, but then you're going to have to forward it to 20 people.
Yeah, we're going to actually need 20 people to text in right now, and we'll send it your way immediately.
Have you seen the picture trend on Twitter?
No?
In the
What's
last
that?
couple days?
Wait, which one?
The age one?
No, I thought it was show me your different hairstyles through lockdown. 'Cause that's also trending.
Is it? No,
Yeah.
this one was just people bragging about pretty much how young they look. So they'd post a picture and be like, turning 55 in spring.
Okay.
And like so many of them got posted, and the ones that are like the most surprising have obviously been retweeted the most or whatever, so they're rising to the top. But
It's the Paul Rudd effect.
yeah, it's all women that have gone to the top though, and I noticed something about the pictures that I find a little bit frustrating. Most of them there's a lot of makeup and there's filters.
So you don't think it's fair?
Well, yeah, if we want to do a trend like this, like let's see how surprising you look for your age, shouldn't it mean like no filters?
No, not in 2021, because who we are when you see us in person doesn't count.
Apparently.
You
all right.
only know me based off of the photos I post on Instagram. That's the new rule.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.